It's the 29th of June and we are finally back on Jane. It's been one thing after another, but we are finally sailing. So the plan had been to go south, to go to Gia for a couple of days, but we're a bit late. We've only got 2 hours of the southbound tide left, and also it'd be a big beat all the way down, and then the wind's changing day after tomorrow, so it'd be another beat all the way back. So we've changed our mind and are going north. But the sun is out, it's not raining, and really looking forward to a little bit of time on the water. Nice little peaceful spot on the shore, Lochspelve. Just taking Pip for a nice little evening stroll, but we're getting eaten alive by the midges, so I think it might be time to head back to the boat, possibly have a wee dram, probably have a cup of tea as well.
Right then, we're going for a walk then, puppy. Beautiful Scottish morning here at Croggan.
Well, it's a damp midgy walk, but quite interesting. Seen some waterfalls, and there's I think this is what they must call mushroom rock. The tide definitely is eroding it underneath. So we're just about to leave Lochspelve. It's been a brilliant anchorage, but a bit grey. But we are heading the great distance to Lismore. Going to be a long sail.
Just over 100 yards.
just outside the entrance. But we are going to go and find a new anchorage for us on Lismore. Say goodbye to Lochspelve. And yeah, it's a lovely spot. Definitely recommend anchoring here.
Right, so that's us left Lochspelvey, heading north to Lismore. And very different sort of day today, very grey. Had a lovely walk along the shore at Croggan. Didn't see any otters though. But the place is normally alive with them when we stayed there or near there in November. I got some great footage that I'll share with you. And we're getting back into the swing of the boat. as we've not been on the boat for nearly 2 months. We had a very busy May, didn't manage to eat, despite the fantastic weather, didn't manage to get onto the boat at all. And then June so far has just been a mixture of strong winds and rain. So this is the first real opportunity we've had to get out. And it's strange getting back on the boat and all the things that you've kind of forgotten how to do, including recording footage, which we didn't do very much of yesterday. So although I'm very pleased with the drone shots going through the Sound of Lyng. Been wanting to do that for a long time. Well, the rain's coming through in waves. It's a little bit brighter just now, but the wind has dropped. And we're doing a whole 1 knot through the water. Unfortunately, we've got 1 knot of tide against us coming from the north. So we're not actually going anywhere. So we'll see if this situation changes. If not, we might have to put the engine on.
We're motoring again. Done our best. Lots of bits of sailing, but now back to motoring. Just a quick word to say I am wearing 2 coats and 2 pairs of trousers. And just had a phone call with our kids who are sailing at Salcombe Week, who are laughing because they're in as little clothing as possible due to the heat wave that they're heading down there. That's typical. Look at it. That's the Sound of Mull. Can't see it for anything.
So we're anchored up in Bernera Bay on Lismore, and the heavens have opened. So absolutely foul Scottish weather has resumed, and we're going to tuck up inside, have a cup of tea. But the boat's all anchored up, anchor light on, tucked up for the night, so we can literally just hunker down and ignore this murk until hopefully better weather tomorrow. Fingers crossed.
Well, we've woken up to a beautiful morning, so we have rowed ashore onto Lismore, new island for us, and go for a little explore. There's the castle on top of the hill. Got to see if we can find a way up. Fingers crossed. I think there's quite a lot of cows up there, though. So having climbed to the top of the hill and the castle, we were confronted by a huge bull. So we turned round and came straight back down again.
Well, that's us left Bernera Bay, heading up the west coast of Lismore just now, up towards the north end, and got a lovely sunny day. Glorious. What a fabulous sail. We've just gone steaming past where we thought we were going to anchor, near Lismore, and we're down near Oban. Anyway, we've decided that we're going to head into Oban, well, not Oban, but Kerrera Sound, and find a mooring in there, Horseshoe Bay or Little Horseshoe Bay, which we've never anchored in before.
So we're waiting for the tide. It's another beautiful morning, but the tide doesn't turn until about just before midday. So we're going for a walk on Kerrera. We're going to Geelan Castle if we can, but we want to catch the tide, so we've got a time limit. So we're walking until 10 or just after, and then back to the boat for 11-ish. So we've made it to the castle. Only people here, absolutely stunning. Beautiful spot, so rocky. I'm just taking a few drone shots. And Pip's all upset because there's so many sheep, she has to stay on a lead. Well, that was a really nice walk to the castle. We just followed the road round. Stunning views at the top. We could even see the entrance to Loch Spelvey, where we anchored our first night on this trip. So that was quite exciting. We are just doing the engine checks and then heading south. We've hopefully timed this right so that we catch the tide south and have the tide south for the 6 hours that it might take us to drift all the way back to Wild Fern. Be lovely.
Well, that's us through the Sanderling and just coming up to Craignish Point. What an absolutely epic sail from Oban. Had 15, gusting 20 knots all the way down from the west. So on the beam, been averaging sort of 6.5, 7 knots through the water. So Jane going like an absolute train. Sun shining, white fluffy clouds in the sky. What's not to love about this? Anyway, hope you've enjoyed this episode of us pootling around the Firth of Lorn and Lismore. And please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Leave us a comment. Love to see your comments, and we'll always reply to them. And look forward to you joining us for the next one, wherever we end up, but somewhere on the west coast of Scotland. Bye for now.